Welcome to Average Joe's Fantasy Sports Podcast, where we bring you news, notes, and more to help you win your championship fantasy football league. Stay tuned and listen in for the great information we have for you today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Average Joe's Fantasy Sports Podcast. We're back at it again. We are your lovely hosts. You got Corey right here in this GOAT jersey.
Yeah. I'm Jared. Y'all know.
And I'm Scott. Y'all know me.
Yeah, maybe.
And we're back at it this time to talk to y'all about injury notes, news, fantasy types. We'll even tell you basically guards, defensive players. I know it doesn't seem relevant, but it will be because it'll be all on
running
matchups.
backs.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
We'll go in order of the teams too. So A to Z.
The Cardinals. They got a few players on there. You got
Robert Kimdichie.
Yep. And you got John Brown.
Their defense is already, kind of. I mean, they're okay, but they really could use them when they have a run stoppage. So we'll see for who plays the Cardinals this week. Is it the?
Oh my
Tampa
God.
This
Bay.
week, Eagles.
Eagles. They go to the Eagles.
Tampa Bay plays tomorrow versus the Patriots.
That's right. So that could let the running game happen though. So we'll see. So,
Oh yeah.
but
we'll see about that.
And then other
he did not practice.
He did not practice. Same with their tackle, DJ Humphries. He's hurt. So is Alex Boone. So Palmer might not get the time, especially with that Eagles front seven.
He's on track to almost be sacked most in the season. It's by David Carr, but that's 76, I think. He'd be on track to about maybe 68.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he would last. I honestly think if this continues to
He'll
happen,
break.
he will get injured.
Yeah,
He'll break.
it's not good. So excuse me.
Ooh, and we got the Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah,
I think Beasley's out still.
Yeah, his hamstring's still getting
Questionable though, which is good.
Defense is in trouble in general.
Oh yeah. Ricardo Allen, concussion, Courtney Upshaw, ankle.
Yep.
Jalen Collins is going to be suspended until the 12th week. Then you got Mohamed Sanu and Julio Jones both on the injury report as questionable.
Yep.
Julio with a hip and Mohamed Sanu with a hamstring. I wouldn't play either this week. On that stat sheet it says versus Miami, but they do not play Miami because Miami plays Tennessee.
They do.
They have a bye this week. That's why they say that.
Okay.
Yep, they have a bye this week. So
I was
they're
like,
on
why
bye.
does it say week 6?
So right now they have a chance, a week to recover anyway. So we'll see, but we'll see how they.
Forgot about bye weeks, man. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
this is the first week of bye week, first round. So
Ugh.
I got a bunch of people.
So you wanna go on this one and talk about.
Well, here's the thing: our defense is due, so it's fine. Like we had, Ladarius Webb and Jimmy Smith did not practice, so we'll see what comes out of that. Maybe they'll play. Probably not.
So many.
So do you think Oakland still has a
There's
chance?
a lot of no practices there, but Benjamin Watson was another no practice. Max Williams been at no practice, so he hasn't been playing for a while with his injury. So
It's gonna be a low scoring game.
it's not gonna be.
It
good.
really
It's gonna be
is.
like 13 to
It
7.
really is, dude.
It's gonna be, unless EJ Manuel looks freaking baller.
I mean, he used to be a starter, so he knows how to start games. So, let's
Look, he could actually be able to play this week. I mean, with the corners being injured, that's gonna leave corner safety, I should say. That's the opportunity over the top. Maybe Amari Cooper gets right, semi-right.
If you can hold the ball.
Well, that is something he'll have to learn to do. Speaking of hold the ball, it's hard to do this when your thumb is hurt. Jordan Matthews of the Buffalo Bills He'd be out this week with a thumb injury, so that says that he was just starting to get rolling.
He might
Yeah,
be
so-
out. They said it might
Couple
be a
weeks.
month.
Really?
I really,
Really?
really had high hopes for this guy, man.
When he's healthy, he's good. He's really good. He was getting on track there. So sucks that it's not going to happen.
It's an injury-prone team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Sammy Watkins. He's actually not injured. So, I don't know. To me, it's just. I hope he gets better, though.
I agree.
He will. A bunch of their defensive players are hurt. You got groin injuries to Shaq Lawson, E.J. Gaines. They were both limited, so they're probably going to play when you're limited on Wednesday.
Limited, just kind of
Precautionary.
the veterans precautionary day. So
Yeah.
Charles Clay was absent though for practice, which is big because he had 112 yards in the game last week. So, and he's been big for them. He is the go-to guy for Tyrod Taylor. So.
I mean, he wasn't hurt. He's not hurt or anything,
No.
but mentally it might screw him because somebody in
We'll
his
see.
family died.
Right.
So he might play not all there. Hopefully
Yeah,
he's
still
okay.
on track to play.
I mean, when it comes to things like that in their life, you kind of say screw fantasy.
Or
Hopefully
football.
he's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got LaShawn McCoy. I mean, he was
It's
full
probably
practice.
Yeah,
but-
full practice. Towards full practice, so that's good to see. It's good to see him not on the injury report. You know, because he used to be on the injury report all the time. Hamstring
all
this,
the
hamstring that,
time.
ankle hamstring. So, you know.
Ooh.
Now, the Panthers got a lot of DMPs this week.
Oh yeah, one of them is pretty big, Kelvin Benjamin, but they say that it's just because, like the knee soreness or whatever. They did that last week and the week before that. It's just the precaution.
It is another precautionary one.
The worst thing is the freaking questionable tag, but you know, can't do anything about that.
Nope, you cannot.
Their defense has taken hits though, man.
Thomas Davis, Julius Peppers is on the
Julius
list.
Kurt Coleman's probably most likely
Kurt
not going to
Coleman.
play. He's doubtful. He
Yeah,
did not
Kurt
practice.
Coleman.
MCL sprain. You also got freaking Julius Peppers. It's a little hurt.
shoulder injury, so but something that I think he'll be able to play
It's
through.
probably one of
It's
those
probably a
veteran
rest day.
things.
And when you see the vets on there, it's usually a veteran
Like
rest
Thomas
day.
Davis.
Yeah.
He's probably good.
So
Ooh.
for Chicago, there's not really too many injuries you need to worry about other than Dane Javation being suspended for the one game because of the hit.
Should be way more than one game. Not way more, but it should be more than one game.
Yeah, it was originally 2 knocked down to 1 even. So
I hate how they do that. They're
so-
like, oh, we'll take a game away. It's like, just give him the one game then to start it.
right.
Yeah, don't-
You don't take it away every single time they appeal. There's literally not been an appeal where they didn't take it away. And if they don't take it away, they take them to court and get it taken away because of that. I don't know. It makes no sense. I wish I could appeal my pay.
Mm.
Oh, gosh.
True that.
Let's go to the Bengals. The same name you'll see every single year.
When in doubt, I for out.
That's true.
Always in doubt, because Eifer's out. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I tried to make one cool.
Nope.
Yeah, he's
who else?
questionable. The one did not play. John Ross still out with that knee injury.
Drake Kirkpatrick
So,
actually
Did not
played.
practice.
He practiced a little bit. That's not bad. Brandon
Yeah.
LaFell. He actually.
And Pac-Man.
Yeah, that'd be a
but
good.
limited.
Ooh, stream that defense, man. If they're back. I mean, they play Buffalo though.
That's
I
a good
don't know. I picked up Buffalo's defense actually. I'm sure they're against Cincinnati.
Oh, I definitely would.
Only because here's the thing, they'll probably still score, but the chance for an interception, a pick six, or sacks are very available going into Cincinnati
For
Bengals.
Buffalo.
And they're less than mediocre offensive line.
Oh yeah.
So
Their O line is not good.
exactly. So there's chance for the Buffalo Bills to get at the ball. So which would be great.
Ooh.
Hey.
Let's go to downtown. The downtown Browns.
Hey. And then we might have ourselves a debut by the number 1 overall pick. Hopefully. That would be pretty awesome. I want to see how Myles Garrett does.
What if
feel
he gives
like-
him the first win?
Dude, he's good enough to
Spark
help
the defense.
make that defense even better than it already
Spark
has
that
been
defense,
so far.
exactly.
The defense has looked pretty good, not great.
Yeah. Collins is down though, questionable with the concussion, so we'll see though.
Well, then you got
yeah.
you know the best wide receiver ever, like of all time. I mean, Mr. Kenny Britt.
Kenny Britt.
Yeah.
He's one of the most hardworking wide receivers in the history of the NFL. Almost more hardworking than Randy Moss. Oh God!
It's a
Because
joke,
Randy
guys.
Moss took plays off all the time, even though I love him and he's my favorite player ever.
This is just a
He
joke.
had the rest of from all the times he burnt everybody.
He was like,
At
God,
least he was spraying people, where Kenny Britt's just spraying himself every play.
he's like, oh, you want me to run a route? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, we're running it? Okay, I'm not even going to block.
You're right.
He's
He
pathetic.
never survive on the Cardinals.
He would definitely not.
If you can't suck it up and block, you don't survive on there.
Ooh, the Cowgirls or
Cowgirls.
Cowboys.
That's someone that's always on the injury report.
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee, all the time. He's so good, but he's always got something nagging at him.
Well, it's because he has to work so hard on that team.
He does, but he doesn't have to work as hard anymore with that DeMarcus guy out there.
True.
Dude, he is phenomenal.
DeMarcus
True.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
True.
He's
They
been
replaced
balling.
one DeMarcus with another DeMarcus.
True.
Where
Oh my
Lawrence?
gosh.
With a better one.
Just realized that. Exactly.
Yeah. He'll just play there for a while, get all kinds of stats, and then leave and go win a Super Bowl somewhere else that's better.
Yep. That's all.
Let's make alright bye.
All
Go
right.
to the Vikings to win them their first Super Bowl. Just kidding.
Well, maybe. It would be
No, we're not
awesome.
gonna win.
You wouldn't need
Bro.
him, but
We could have the greatest team. We could go 18-0 and then get to the Super Bowl, and then everyone on our team's knees will explode.
that does
That's
happen.
Vikings football for you.
They put bombs in the knees.
The
man.
life hates them.
Knee bomb.
Miss Kneebomb, bro. Yeah, I've known it since 2nd grade, dude. Oh god, that's my teacher's name in 2nd grade. Kneebomb.
If you're watching,
Ironically,
hi.
Miss Kneebomb. I remember every time you scratched your nose like this when we'd get annoying.
Nice.
Alright, you got the Denver Broncos, nobody really important, so
No.
let's just skip over
Let's
that.
skip over the Broncos. Go to Detroit, baby. Detroit Rock City.
Detroit. You got that man, Amir Abdullah, who torched the Vikings. He didn't really torch us, but he looked good against the
He
Vikings.
got his ankle messed up. I remember watching that. He would have had 100 yards against him if his ankle didn't get messed up in that game.
He wouldn't have had anything if the life didn't get sucked out of the building with Dalvin Cook tearing his ACL. Sorry, man.
Somebody had to survive that tragedy.
But he limited. He was limited in
Just
practice.
limited, just you know, keeping the reps in check so he doesn't tweak anything.
Kenny
And Galladay.
Galladay is still out.
hamstring, yep, still down.
Miami, man.
Did not practice. He's on a DMP.
Good for
list.
the Marvin Jones owners and Golden Tate owners, maybe.
Mainly
So-
Golden Tate owners. No, just kidding. Marvin Jones only gets the bomb play and then
Yes, and then doesn't get touched afterwards. So,
I'm gonna start Marvin Jones this week though.
are you?
Yes, versus him.
Here's the thing. This is the matchup of duds. If you look at our score, it's like 89 to 91 is our projection.
Yeah, projected scores.
It's a matchup
No.
of duds.
It's like
No.
because I have Devontae Freeman on bye week, so I gotta throw in
Right.
Bilal Powell with Doug Martin. Hopefully Doug Martin does something. I
Get
get the
the
little
early
hamster
weeks.
chin.
Get the early bye weeks out of the way. That's good though. It's good to have those bye weeks out of the way though.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a few people on bye.
I got a few people that aren't going to have a bye.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That screwed me out of week 1, dude. I had Mike Evans.
Yep.
I was like, yes, and Devontae Parker, and then I had to put in some no names, and I lost. It sucked.
It does.
But it's okay because once week 11 comes around, I won't have to fill that.
I'm not excited to watch our matchup this week. It's gonna be a disaster.
Oh,
The team of duds. It's gonna be like 50-56.
we're gonna look at it like, oh hey bro, dude, I just got my 31st point, dude. It's the last game
It's
of
like
the
the
game.
fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of the last game. Oh gosh,
Atrocious.
it's gonna be a disastrous game.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm excited to
Unfortunately.
watch football with you guys. So
Same.
Green Bay.
Let me take this because as a wow, that's a funny little joke here.
Today, Junior.
Devontae Adams.
Tell me about it.
I'm an owner of that guy.
Tell me about it.
The nasty, brutal hit we just talked
Mhm.
about, the suspension. It says that he actually practiced.
Yes, on a limited basis,
But
but
limited though.
But as in concussion protocol,
You still have to pass it.
if you're a limited practice though, that's a good sign because that
Yeah.
means that you've passed that next step. You might be able to get to the next step.
It's gotta be full.
Which is a good thing because I was a little bit afraid that I wasn't going to be able to put him in this week. But, I mean, we still have a couple days left.
It's
Don't
first
know.
Dallas too, bro. Dallas is not good on defense,
That's
especially
true.
with their secondary, I should say.
It's true. And then scrolling down, I mean, you got defensive players. Mr. Ty Montgomery actually is limited in practice too, which is a surprise because didn't he break a rib or something?
Yes, he
Right.
broke
But they talked about putting the flak jacket on.
putting him back out there.
Yep.
But they were saying it's not a good start because he could get hit again.
Yep.
They're going
And
to target
he'll
that,
get taken out.
which is a terrible thing to target somebody when they're already injured. But
Aaron Jones, Adam Jones, what's his
Aaron
name?
Jones.
Aaron Jones, yeah.
Yeah. Aim for
Yeah,
Aaron
okay.
Jones since Jamal Williams is also hurt with a what was his ankle, right? I'm correct.
This is his knee.
Knee.
Right.
There you go.
What in the knee? But he was a full practice. But
He's doo doo.
Aaron Rodgers likes
Aaron Jones.
Jones, yeah.
which isn't a bad thing because Ty Montgomery could be put back on the wide receiver spots.
That'd be cool, dude. Oh, that would be dirty. I would be scared of that, to be honest.
Either way,
That's what
this,
they're probably going to do. And
his backfield's looking iffy, so I don't really like it.
Yeah, but pick up Aaron Jones, something Jones, A Jones soda.
Speaking of pickup,
That's good.
pick up Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
Yes.
Watson.
Oh my goodness. I did.
And speaking of Deshaun, it's one of Houston's injuries.
Yes.
Nobody that we care about though.
Well,
Just kidding.
no.
Kyle Fuller's on there, but he'll be fine.
JJ Watt practiced full, so that's good.
Yeah, we already know J.J. Watt's out there.
I had to say it because he's one of the greatest defensive guys ever. Okay?
Ever.
Yes. I'm going to say ever because what he does off the field is phenomenal. Too.
He's a great human being.
He is a great human being.
Yeah.
It's okay that you don't disagree with me.
Never said I disagree.
You did though.
I did not say I disagree. I didn't say I disagree. I said,
No, I heard the word disagree come out. It's fine though.
I don't think he's one of the
You hate
greatest
people that help.
ever.
We get it. You hate people that
We
help.
get it.
We get it. No,
We
I
get it.
understand.
I love people that help, and I hate people that hate me. So if you help and you hate me, I love and I hate you. So another ramble by Corey Eklund, guys.
The more you know.
The more
You know what really grinds my gears
The
is
more
that
you
the
know, the
Indianapolis
dumb you
Colts suck. Just kidding. That doesn't
Jack
grind my
Doyle
gears.
in concussion protocol.
Doyle rules.
Limited practice today, so keep an eye on Jack Doyle if you have him. You can probably just drop him. You probably just use him as a filler anyway. So
Breaking news!
Andrew Luck's probably not going to be in for this week. Might be back week 6.
But he
We'll
practiced on a limited basis today.
Yeah, we'll see how we'll
First
see.
time being back.
Just throwing on the sidelines. So Marlon Mack's back in full practice, so we'll see if he takes away a little bit from Frank Gore. We'll see how that works.
He won't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not this.
I mean, this game they'll probably give him some more rush because he's only 50-some yards away from passing up.
I think it was Dickerson.
Was it?
It was somebody for.
Yeah, for a spot on the
Brown. Jim Brown, I think it was.
all-time rush list. So
Jim
another
Brown was behind him.
another one.
Walter Payton? No. John Cena.
Yes.
That's who it was.
What you said is almost as dumb as this team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
Hey, all we know is Blake Bortles
Practicing
practice in full.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette was limited. You got Malik Jackson being limited. Marquise Lee did not practice. Let's hope that he's a
Jalen Ramsey.
because he was a hot pickup.
Jalen Ramsey, limited practice, so that's good cornerback.
Yeah, Marquise has the rib injury as well, so you have to keep an eye on that.
There are a lot of injuries
Tons.
this year. It's pretty crazy. You got Jalen Strong, who didn't really, because it's not gonna do much.
No, he just got there this year.
Yeah.
He's not going to be involved enough to worry about. But moving on to the Chiefs. Looks like everybody that you need to worry about is actually pretty good as far as the Chiefs go.
Yep. Only a few defensive players, but no starters. Or no impactful starters. I should say.
Correct.
Same with the Chargers. Not much. I mean, you got Melvin Gordon's knee, but he's been full
That's true.
practice. Also has said that he's frustrated with the limited amount of touches he gets, and
He needs to make more use of those touches he does get, though. Show some.
that line needs to block better though.
Or he needs to make plays.
He needs to make
He
hit
needs to
better
be the running.
holes.
He needs to be the running back he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So there.
Ooh, one right here. We're on the Rams now, Los Angeles Rams.
Tell us.
There's only one impactful type of thing, I guess, or two, I should say. John Sullivan, their center, did not practice. Neither did their starting tackle, Andrew Whitworth. Neither did Sammy Watkins. They all were no practice. That could spell trouble for Todd Gurley owners. It could spell trouble for
Jared Goff.
owners. It could spell positivity
I
for
think he
Cooper
picks it up
Kupp.
for Todd Gurley. Not in the running game, but
In the passing
quick
game.
dump off. Just dump it off to him.
Yeah, it will, but he'll be used more as a pass protector if that happens. Unless they're starting to lose and then...
Dump off. Dump off.
Yeah.
Dump off. Dump
But
off.
Cooper Kupp is going to get a lot of targets because of that, I think.
Cooper Kupp.
If that happens. And then we'll switch out. Forget about them. Let's go to the Miami Dolphins. Nobody too important. Jay Ajayi is practicing.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Classic
full.
Classic day.
That's about it for them. The Vikings, you got Sam Bradford's questionable. After that, nothing really of fantasy implications other than the Dalvin Cook out for the year injury.
I know.
Let's go to New England, baby.
Alright.
Few people here.
We got a few peeps. You got Rex Burkhead, who's already out. He
Yeah.
said he's out.
His ribs are still struggling.
They're the important ones. They got 2 on the list for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Stephon Gilmore. Oh, that's good. Dante Hightower.
Hightower.
Yeah,
The key to the defense.
Hey, he's limited. Gilmore's limited. So if for some reason they don't play,
Keep firing them up. Even if they do play, it's a bad defense right
definitely
now.
put in Doug Martin. And if you don't trust that, put in if you have his handcuff and Jaquiz Rogers, throw in Jaquiz.
Jameis
I
Winston
think you should. Oh yeah, definitely start Jameis.
Mike Evans,
Start
James
James.
Deshaun even.
Deshaun Jackson.
Start the
yes.
whole offense if you have
The
him.
whole
Throw him out
offense.
there.
Cameron Brate, I'd start him over OJ Howard, but I'd still like if you.
If you're like a 14-team league with me, some depth there, you can start OJ Howard, so you can get Brate. So absolutely, Rob Gronkowski though, the classic here.
Gronk
added today to the injury report.
with a thigh.
Yes. So he must have took a shot or something like that in practice.
He was like, ow.
So we'll see what happens.
Why would you hurt me?
Stop, bro.
We'll see. So anybody with Gronkowski, keep an eye on that. And we all know you're probably relying on him, but he may not be there for you. Let's hit the Saints up, baby. Saints. Willie Steve's got a little hamstring issue, even though he's coming back. We'll see. They got nice things. They have a rest. They come back. They have their bye this week, so they'll be back week 6. So it gives them a little time to rest up. Gives the whole team a little time to get right. So that's great for them.
It is.
Oh, yes. Oh, and then you got the Giants. I want you guys to not worry about Odell's finger. He's fine. He's limited.
What about-
He's going to play, and he's going to play at the same elite level that he does. Another injury, Janoris Jenkins for their defense.
There's a lot of defense out there for them.
Ooh. So that means if he don't play, Keenan Allen's going to have a big day.
Yep.
Keenan Allen will have a big day. And if not Keenan Allen, it'll be Tyrell Williams. But I think it's more going to be Keenan Allen with a big day.
It's the team to get a first win.
Oh, if they have Eli Apple against him, ooh.
You're like crap.
But yeah, he didn't practice. It doesn't state fully why, but just think of it as maybe it's one of those same things where they give
It's the
you
same
the
thing with
Wednesday off.
Jason Pierre-Paul and Olivier Vernon, but again, most likely maintenance days for the guy. Even if they are a little injured, more likely their maintenance days for the injuries they do have. So, which the vets in the game obviously get that.
Oh yes.
Yep, knee and shoulder.
Dang. That's a big list right here.
Are you talking about the Jets?
I don't want to talk about the Jets. Scott, tell us about the Jets.
There's like nobody.
Really, the only one that would be to actually even talk about is Matt Forte. He did not practice. So if you're
Pow, pow!
pow, pow, pow,
Pow!
Pow!
that might help a little bit.
Or that other running back. He looked kind of good, but he's their backup.
McGuire.
Elijah McGuire.
Yeah.
Bilal Powell is still the number one option on that running game.
See what happens.
Team,
I'm
on that
kind
entire team.
of excited to see what happens with that running game. They play Cleveland, so they should both be able to get some numbers.
They should.
If Myles Garrett plays though, they won't get anything. They'll get like 3 yards on 100 carries.
I think they'll still be just fine. He's not going to be able to stop their whole offense. Because that defense outside of him is pretty doo-doo.
Nah, Jabril Peppers is nice, but then everyone else is doo.
I agree he is good, but right now the whole defense is not that great.
As a team, no, hell no.
Collectively, it's just no. Oh man, you know who else isn't great? Oakland right now.
Stop. That hurts me a
You
little.
wanna know why? I feel bad for this man. Scott, take it away. Take it away, Scott.
Back spasms is what they say he has. He could be out a minimum of 2 weeks. The maximum would be 6 weeks.
It's a fractured vertebrae.
Um,
Stop trying to sugarcoat it. He
Back
broke his
spasms.
back. He broke his back the same way Tony Romo did.
Back spasms.
That's where you gotta worry, man.
Stop.
Tony Romo came back and broke it like 10 more times. No, just kidding. Derek Carr's not fragile like him. Although it's looking.
But David Emerson did practice for the defense, so that's good for our quarterback.
Fracture in the back.
Crabtree.
That's a fracture in the back. Back spasm.
That's what they said for his back spasm.
It's back spasm, guys.
Don't hit him in the back. guys.
I know. Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree did practice limited though, but I would fear a little bit more into Crabtree owners. He did have that chest hit, so hopefully he does come back. Just kind of keep up on the updates to know if you are the owners of Crabtree or Cooper, that just stay on top of that. Make sure that they are playing. Always look at your updates. Biggest thing in fantasy football. Pretty much that's really it for the Oakland Raiders. Just a little bit of a teardroppers. Corey, you're not the only one. Just throwing that out there. I love you.
I mean, at least you didn't lose it for the season.
Yeah, well, the season's basically over without him out there, though. So. Philly. Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle, did not practice.
Question
Ronald Darby did not practice.
Ooh, so
Out.
along with the injuries to the Cardinals, what helps is that Fletcher Cox is a little banged up. So that gives their lack of offensive line depth a little bit of a
Break.
light takeaway, I guess. It's like taking a little air out of a balloon.
Ooh, this is a bigger one.
And then Ronald Darby out. That's going to happen. That's obvious. And then you got last week's fantasy pickup, waiver wire pickup, Wendell Smallwood.
Knee injury.
Hurt knee, baby. So that means if he's somehow out, get Clementine. Get Clementine.
Get Corey. Go out there and grab Corey.
Go get Corey.
Go get the Corey that knows the ball.
Oh.
I do know the ball, so I'm not taking offense to that. I'm gonna roast you.
Yeah, you're right. You roast me as a quarterback with an injured knee.
With injured knee, owie, my knee hurts. No, I'm just kidding.
You're right. That's what I sound like.
God, now it feels less funny. Oh God, the Sea Chickens have a lot of hurt people.
Well, we missed the Steelers.
No, there's nobody on the Steelers. They're
There's
not important.
nobody irrelevant.
Oh,
No,
well,
no.
on my report it says Ben Roethlisberger did not practice.
Yeah, this is
But
rest.
it's one of those like rest days.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Wednesdays. He's like Carson Palmer. He gets Wednesdays off.
Yeah, just chilling, man. Yep,
Fine.
no big deal.
Fine.
I know it's scary, Scott. But it's
Sometimes you gotta read between the lines, you know.
All right,
Yeah,
Seahawks.
we-
Cliff Averill out. Doug Baldwin not out, but he did not practice. Jimmy Graham did not practice. The same issues they've had. Baldwin with his groin, and then Jimmy Graham with his ankle.
Wow, this is a bad lineup here.
They only did that because they
DMP.
have to give him a little break.
Yep, give them a break. They suddenly put on the injury report. If they even say there's a slight ache, if they put an injury report for the gamblers of the world, us included. So that's just how that is. And then CJ Prosize is down again. Ankle. He's been down for a hot minute. So they said he could make a return, but we'll see what comes out of that.
We got Jeremy Lane, who's questionable. He didn't practice. His groin injuries are not something to take lightly
No,
because
they can be easily re-aggravated.
you could you could slip a little bit, like have your leg go a little bit too far that way, and if your groin injury's on that side, pulled it again. And it feels even worse than the first time.
Alright, you got Sherman and Earl Thomas that did not practice again, veteran rest day. So if you have their defense, fire them up. Fire them up.
At the Rams.
Bay Area, baby. The other part of the Bay.
Bay.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Carlos Hyde still struggling with his hip. That's a classic, but he'll be out there playing again. He played through it last week. He'll play through it this
Definite
week. So.
start at Indy.
Absolutely a definite
You know who else
start.
is also a definite start?
Tell me about it.
Pierre Garçon, baby.
Pierre Garçon is definitely a start.
At Indy,
Throw him out
definitely.
there. Please do. Please
Maybe
do.
even San Fran's defense.
I have to start him this week.
Just kidding, don't do
Pretty
that.
excited about it, actually.
It ain't against
Hey,
baseball.
guess who's hurt? The newly acquired T.J. Ward for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're on to them now.
Doubtful.
Doubtful, limited in practice, but doubtful for week 5. So
That's
they'll
not-
probably.
Ooh, they're out. Kawan Alexander, Levante David. Oh, Keith
Yeah, it's
Tandy.
looking pretty rough for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
All right, so if you have anyone on the Patriots offense, you start all of them. Even it's James White, Deion Lewis, whoever.
let's talk about some Tennessee Keys.
Tennessee Titans.
Everyone's just following my lead today
How are we following your lead?
because I can't talk.
Oh, I was like, what?
Tennessee. What you call it? Tennessee.
That's how you know we don't do no editing because we like to keep it 100. Because we just average, baby.
Corey Davis did not practice.
Again.
Again, he won't probably play for another
But-
week or two.
Mariota's a big one.
Yes, he said limited practice, but day to day or like week to week.
Yeah, Sam Bradford was day to day. He's now missed 3 games.
It's a lot of days, bro.
That's a lot of 21 days.
They say
Day to day, today, 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 today,
Today.
today,
Today.
day to day.
Now Washington's got a bye for theirs,
So
so that's good. They come back week 6.
But I like to interrupt Jared.
But Josh Norman
There's
got
no
an
reason.
injury. Josh Jackson got a little bit of a shoulder injury. Rob Kelly with the ankle. So those guys who are usually someone that you can, they're important to the team anyway. They at least get a week to rest. So again, with those other people like for Atlanta, those guys they get some time to recover. So you don't have to worry about them this week, which is fantastic. You just got to monitor the following week and see what comes out of their injuries right now. So.
He's like rubbing my knee with his foot. If you're gonna do that, itch my leg with it. Gosh. I'm just kidding.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us again.
Yeah, with our weirdness.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with Scott.
Yeah, big news coming out of Minnesota. They've worked out running back Stephen Ridley and Bobby Rainey.
Yeah, nobody's trying
Fantasy
to do that.
non-implication.
Just kidding. We love it. We love it. We
Love you
it.
guys. Love you guys.
Adios.
We out.
Disappear.